Hope I'm not too far away, but what I'm doing is I want you to take the stick from the power position. You're going to lean against the wall, but you're not going to be too far out. I just want you to lean it here, but you have a little lean there. Practice this. Lean, get a little bit, and push yourself back up. Kind of like you're doing a push-up on a stick. Maybe every time you practice, you should practice this twice a week for the whole year. And when you practice, get you some stick push-ups. But I don't want you to go all the way down. I just want you to lean, get a little lean, and push yourself back up. Get a little lean against the wall, push yourself back up. And I know most people practice with both hands, but I just want you to practice a small stick right now with your dominant hand. We'll talk about the left hand later, but I want you to practice with this, with your left hand, with your strong hand, okay? And so practice learning this, like say when you have your board or whatever, say tempo, and practice the different ways you can hit it. And you don't have to do this 100 times, but get you something like this where you can hear it. It's a little hard, like the stick, and just call it out. Tempo, damage point. Damage point. Eyes. Damage point. Yes, you can come down the eyes like this. When you practice the zones and remember where all the damage and pain points are, when you see it, if I'm going like this and I'm fighting somebody and I see their eye and my hand is in this position, I'm going to go straight to the eye. But if my hand is in a different position, say they're down here and I see an eye, I'm coming down to the eye. Your muscle memory is going to be, and I'm going to show you in the dummy. I got a dummy that I'm going to start showing where these pain points and damage points are. It's better if I had a dummy. Right now, this is like a preview of what is to come. This is like video number 2. The first one was introduction to the stick. This is number 2, different position, different practices. But basically, I want you to get you a board or something like this. Anything, get you a stick. Like remember, well, you know the measurements in the beginning. And I want you to practice the way you can hit that particular zone spot. Say this is a tempo, and you got to call it out, tempo. You know you can hit it like this. Anywhere you see a tempo and your hand is positioned, you may even be in this position as a fist. Maybe they have your arm somehow, but whatever it is, when you see the position, you're going to strike that tempo, okay? However you're used to striking it. And this will make you kind of muscle memory. Okay, so the eyes, you can strike the eyes in a downward position with the finger. You can strike this way. You can strike this way. When you see that eye, you know it's a damaged spot, and your memory, your muscle memory is going to say, oh, strike it from here, because by the time you turn it over here, it's going to be slower. So you may remember, you're going to remember muscle memory, I see the eye. You're just going to go for the eye, okay? You're not going to be thinking, well, let me get in position so I can strike straight. It's going to go from here. Because when you're fighting or you're protecting yourself, unless you can do some damage from the start of the fight, that's great. But if they grab you, most people like to grab you, go to the ground, whatever. If you're on the ground, this is great for ground fighting. But if I had the stick, I don't want anybody to know I have the stick. Actually, I might have it down here, something like that, or somewhere like this. But if you can see that eye from any position, muscle memory is going to tell you strike the eye from this position. If I'm in this position, there's no reason why I should turn over and strike it like this. That's too time consuming. Or if I'm in this position, that means I got to go here and strike, That means I got to go here and strike. No, if you see the eye and you know your points are on both sides, and you practice how you can strike the eye, you just do that position. If I'm here and somehow they got my hand, I can't go like that, or I can't go like that, I can still scrape the eye because I see the eye. So I can still go in somehow, or I go in this way. But the thing is, you want to practice that. Different positions how you can strike the eye. Okay? Hope that makes sense. But it will the more we go into this. So, I know repetition is a key. Tempo, damage point. Eye, damage point. Infraorbital, pain point. And that's striking somebody here. But you got to practice. Get you a tree bark or something like that and practice hitting this thing. But I would practice on something softer because you want to do maybe 6, 7 slow, nice and easy. But you also want to go see how fast you can get there and go back. If you hit somebody with this, the faster you go, the more power you're going to generate. I'm an old guy, I'm 70, so I don't have those muscles and all that spaz and endurance like the younger guys like I used to have. But I have power because I practiced doing things so long. So if I practice this, I've been doing this for like 30, 40 years. And I know how to make the ground use my body, how to put that power. And I got the stick, and if I hit you with the stick, it's going to hurt because I'm generating power. Like this. And if I have a stick and know how to use it, the same thing is going to happen, that power. This doesn't look like it can hurt you, but it's going so fast. And when I get here, I'm putting everything here because I'm used to it. And I don't have to even think about it anymore. I just here and everything is there at the same time. If I hit you with this on your carotid artery, across your face, on your ribs, it's going to hurt. Something's going to break. Anyway, practice is the shifting. That's your practice. Practice shifting. Practice punching with the stick. Not like this, not karate or a boxing punch. Punching here. And if you watch my punching videos, remember this one goes out from your body and this one drops down for the other one to take its place. They're basically mimicking each other, okay? So, practice with the stick the same way. That's the punch. Practice the strike here. Bring it back. Now you can practice here and leave it out there because there's a reason for that later. It's called scooping, but we won't do that right now. So you can practice this, leave it there, or practice bring it back. Okay? Practice the power jab. Remember, fingers here with some stick left. Power jab is when you're more, excuse me, with this power fist here, okay? Same thing. Practice leaving it there. Practice bringing it back. Practice this. Coming down. Get the motion. But come back. Practice coming back. Practice the backhand. Hitting with this part. Same power fist. And you can, once you get the switching down, you can practice switching with it, but I don't want you to get confused. Right now, he's switching I want you to do is here. You don't have to practice with the stick right now, okay? But when you get it down, maybe video 2, we're going to be doing this stuff like, show you how to get the power in there, okay? So, the punching, the finger, jab, the power strike, And like I said, practice slow and practice fast, okay? Practice coming down, practice coming backhand, practice coming round, like a roundhouse. This is probably one of the few ones where we don't come inside. Everything is from inside. This jab here, these are from the outside. Okay? So practice these. Because it's going to be hard for somebody to see this. If I'm swimming like this, they may see it coming, but they don't know that I'm coming past to my elbow. So when they block it, this is going to still get in. I'm not going like this so they can block it. I'm up close, but when they hit it, it's still going to get in. Okay? Same with this. They block this, I'm coming over. Okay, so those are the things to practice. Temple, eyes, infraorbital under the nose, hypoglossal. I think that's what it's called now, hypoglossal. Where the earlobe is and the chin meets the throat, pain point, and inside the ear, under the chin, but not the chin. Kind of if you reach under here, there's a spot where you go like this. There's a spot underneath the chin. There's a nerve. There's a pressure point. Under that's where the stick goes. Trachea. That's the top of the throat. Jugular notch is a little ditch in your throat there, but you want to go down in the jugular notch. You want to go up in the trachea. Carotid artery, both sides, of course. And the throat is a zone where you practice. I'm going to give you some practice exercises where you are get more precise. Because if you say you're going to go to the top of the trachea, you're going to have to do a lot of practice to do that. And the jugular notch is hard to get to, but if you practice, you can do these things, I'm telling you. But you want to think of the throat as a damage point, okay? Because you can hit the throat in the trachea, you can hit in the jugular notch, but you also have the side of those cartilage right there. If you hit the side here, like this, come in like this, if I'm standing here and I go like this with the power, and this thing is going to hit you right here, and your throat is going to be the only thing stopping it, and you're practicing coming all the way through. Remember when I said, don't practice coming there and stopping. Practice going all the way through. And you're not with your body turn. Okay? And I'm not going like this, oh wow. I'm saving my energy here. When I turn, everything is still here. Everything's still here, but I'm going past that point. You don't want to get used to practicing stopping where you hit. You want to go through it, okay? Plus that gives you an opportunity to go through it, and then you can come back. So you go through, come back, okay? If you're doing all these switching, like, all right? So, there's one last one I'm coming later. Oh, thanks for watching. Anything, subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. If you're a return visit, the next video is coming out. It's going to be kind of like video number 3, I think. It's kind of, I'm going to talk about kind of what I talked today, but I'll have it more presentable right now, just off the cuff. And then we're going to go to zone 2, okay? Today we just learned zone 1. And thank you, and talk to you later. And congratulations, Moon.